Do you have one of these rare shield cent penny coins that's worth a lot of money? Well, in this video, we're going over some shield cent coins that sold online on eBay for a lot of money. Let's take this first example of a coin. Now, this 2023 shield penny sold for $275. Now, if you're familiar with penny coins, you'll know that Victor David Brenner was the initial engraver and designer of the coin. On modern coins like this, you will see his initials still on the coin, which is really cool. So this coin says VDB, but you'll also notice there's an extra V after the VDB. A few things here. You got to be careful because there are some people out there that are going to be trying to alter these coins and turn them into heirs when in reality they're not. This coin right here looks to be a genuine VDB V heir. This should have never happened, but for whatever reason they're selling for a ton of money online. We have yet to find one, but it is possible. And if you find one, what we'd recommend, and this is not any advice, do your own homework and research, but if we found one, we would keep one and then we would sell the rest. That's typically how we like to do it. Plus, you never really know what the market timing is going to do for a coin like this. It could go up over time or it could go down. Markets are pretty much impossible to predict. That's why you got to do your own homework and research. But essentially what you need to know here, look for that extra V after VDB because this coin sold for $275. Here's a coin that is a 2020 and it's a shield cent coin. Now this coin sold on eBay. Now the seller only has 5 feedback. They're 100% positive, which is good. But we wanted to show this example because they're calling it a cent die crack error. Now, the average collector may not know what this coin is worth, and in our opinion, it's only worth 1 cent. But they were able to sell it online for $6. Now, that may not seem significant, but if you throw this in a plain white envelope, ship it out to the buyer, and if you do this multiple times, you're going to make some decent money on a penny. As far as a percentage profit goes, massive. But what you're seeing on this coin is not actually an error, it's just environmental damage happening, and it can confuse some buyers and sellers. So if you ever see anything like this, be very cautious because this is just environmental damage. It's not actually an error. Here's an interesting one that sold for $105. Now this is a 2020 shield penny. They're calling it a massive die crack on the reverse. They're saying it's also one of a kind. Now to me, when you say something's one of a kind, I don't want to be putting that claim out there unless I know that for sure. So this person's going out on a limb a little bit because there could be plenty more out there. Another thing is a coin like this, I've never seen this specific sort of die crack on this 2020 before, so I'm really skeptical, especially because it's a raw coin. It's not graded. If you get the coin graded by PCGS or NGC, there's a big certainty that the coin and error is definitely authentic. In this example, I'm just not sure if it's actually an authentic coin, but it sold for $105. That's also the thing about pictures. Online, you can really hide a lot of things either intentionally or unintentionally to show if it's a genuine error or not. If I was to see this coin in hand, I would very quickly be able to tell you if it was a genuine error or not. What you need to know is that if you do find one of these coins, there's a good chance it is an error, and what we would recommend is getting the opinion of at least 3 different coin shops, seeing what they think, and then you can always sell it online for more money. You got to understand these coin shops are trying to make money as well. They are a business. They have overhead expenses like paying rent and paying for their employees, and they got to feed their families. So you got to leave a little bit of room for them to make money. But again, $105 for this coin. Here's an interesting one that sold for $500 on eBay. So this is a 2023 D Lincoln Shield Cent. They're calling it a mint error, broken planchet, lamination error. Now to me, this does look like a lamination error on the back. Essentially something got in between the planchet and the collar, causing this to happen. And it looks genuine to me because a lot of the movement on the coin is very consistent. It's very smooth. It doesn't look like someone took a sharp object and hit this coin, but you're never really 100% sure unless you get the coin graded and authenticated. That's why it's so important for these companies like PCGS and NGC to be involved in the coin collecting communities because they really do a great service for us. But again, $500 for this one. All right, this is one I'm very familiar with. This is a 2021 shield cent coin with a retained cud obverse. This does look more like a die crack to me. PCGS is calling this a retained cud die break. It's a type of die break apparently where the cud is still retained on the actual coin. So moral of the story here is this person is a coin dealer online, and what they did was they either found this coin or they had someone bring it in and they were able to get the coin graded and authenticated with that error of retained cud die break. And what happened here is it sold for $440 online. So if you come across a 2021 shield cent that has this error, now we've seen a lot of these specific errors. Like this is a known run. That means there's a lot of them out there, guys. And if you're able to turn 1 penny into $440, that's a great return on 1 cent coin, guys. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. It really would help us out. We'll see you in the next video.